Okay, in this one we are looking at the triangle sum theorem and the exterior angle theorem. So we're going to look at two different things here. First one is the triangle sum theorem. So in the triangle sum theorem, the triangle sum theorem says the angles of a triangle have a sum of 180. So they're always going to add 180 degrees. So let's look at this one. I have x, 3x plus 7, and 4x minus 15. So x plus 3x plus 7 plus 4x minus 15 should equal 180 degrees. That's the way it works with the triangle sum theorem. So I'm going to simplify, combine like terms. I've got x plus 3x, which is 4x, plus 4x, which is 8x. And then I've got, we'll use a different color here just for visual. I've got 7 and negative 15, which gives me negative 8. And that's equal to 180. Now I'm going to solve. I'm going to move this over, so I'm going to add the 8 to both sides. So 8x equals 188. So x is going to equal, let's see, 2. We have 188. We have 188. So 188 divided by 8, that would be 2. So that would be 16. 28 divided by, and that would be 4, or sorry, 3. 3 times 8 is 24, so you'd have 4 left over, so about 23.5. So x is going to be 23.5. If you want to check your answer, and it is okay to get decimals, by the way. You don't always have to get whole numbers. I'm going to plug this in, so I'm going to plug in 23.5 here. I have 3 times 23.5, which would be 70.5 here, plus 7, plus 4 times 23.5. So 4 times 23, 80, 92, 94, minus 15, and that should give me 180. So these two combined would give me 94. This would, right here, plus 7 would give me 101. This would be 195 minus 15, which is 180. Boom, got it. All right, so let's look at a word problem with the triangle sum theorem. Cannon has a triangular garden. I don't know what's in that garden. And he needs to create the correct angles in order to make his triangle. If he wants an isosceles triangle with two angles twice as big as the third, what angles does he need? Well, let's think about this. Okay, so we want an isosceles triangle, guys. So that means this side and this side are going to be the same, which means this angle and this angle are going to be the same. Remember all the rules we've talked about with triangles. He wants these two angles to be twice as big as the original. So remember when we did, we were finding angles, and we went back to, we were talking about if one number is twice as big as this one or twice as big as the third when we did this with complementary and supplementary angles. Same concept here. So the third angle is going to be our x. And what do we know the other two are going to be compared to x? Twice as big. So 1 and 2 will be 2x. So 2x, 2x, and x. Because these two are twice as big as that one. So now to solve it, I know that 2x plus x equals what? 180. So I'm going to simplify. 2x plus x is 5x, which is 180. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 5. Okay, and you're going to get 36. So that means that the small angle has to be 36 in his little garden. It's probably strawberries and blueberries or whatever else you can grow in a garden. And then the other two angles would be 2 times 36, which would be 72 degrees each. And if you want to check and make sure you got the correct angles, 72 plus 36 should give you 180, and it does. So that's how you use the triangle sum theorem. Now the exterior angle theorem, is something that we talked about briefly. Well, not briefly, but as far as calling it the exterior angle theorem, we actually just used it. When you've got a triangle and you've got an exterior angle out here, so let's say this is 155, Okay, that's an exterior angle. And then on the inside of the triangle, let's say this is x and this is 65. And I want to know what is x. Actually, I'll put y there. What's x and what's y? There's two ways you can approach this. The first thing is to find y first. And these guys make a linear pair. So you know in a linear pair they're going to add to 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 155, and that gives me 25. So I know y is 25. And then I know the three angles of a triangle add up to 180. So I know that 65 plus 25 plus x is actually going to equal 180. So I just add these two together and I get 90. Okay? So this is going to be a 90-degree angle. That's one way to do it. But you can take a shortcut. Let's say I just wanted to find x. What do you notice? Let me get a different color here, because that's how I roll. Let me get a different color. Oh, that's gross. So these two right here, what is 90 plus 65? It's 155. The exterior angle theorem states that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two what we call remote interiors. They're away from it. So without finding the y, you still would have been able to find x, because 155 is going to equal x plus 65. Now, let me give you another example of this. So let's say I have this triangle here. Okay. And let's say, for review purposes, let's say this one is 110 degrees. Okay. And this one is 5x minus 7 degrees. Okay. 3, so 7. So then we've got, and this one is 4x. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I get the right answer. 4x plus 9. And we want to find x. Well, most people would look at this and go, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. You can either do what we did here first. You can find this angle using linear pair. Or you can jump right to the remote interior, which says that this angle is going to equal these two added together. Why does that work? Well, this one and this one add to 180, right? Because they're a linear pair. And these two and that one add to 180 because they make a triangle. So if this plus this is 180 and this plus this is 180, that would make sense that if I drop that angle out, we're left with these two equal to each other. You can actually derive it. If I wanted to make this angle y, I know that 110 plus y equals 180, right? Because they're a linear pair. I also know that 5x minus 7 plus 4x plus 9 equals 180, right? Oh, sorry, plus y. That y plus these two equals 180. Excuse me. So what I could do, what do these both equal? 180. Remember transitive property? If this is equal to 180 and 180 is equal to this, that means 110 plus y is equal to y plus 5x minus 7 plus 4x plus 9. And then what can you immediately drop from both sides? Y and y. And what are you left with? 110 equals 5x minus 7 plus 4x plus 9. So that's how you can see it works. It's just basically because both of them sum with the same value to 180. So let's solve this. Me and these allergies. You got 9x plus 2 on this side and 110 on this side. I'm going to subtract 2. 108 equals 9x. And I'm going to divide both sides by 9. So x is going to equal 12. Now, if you want to check your answer, you're going to take that 12 and plug it back in. So I'm going to do 5 times 12 minus 7. So that'd be 60 minus 7, which is 53 degrees. That one's 53. This is 4 times 12 plus 9, which would be 48 plus 9, which is 57. So this would be 57 degrees. And 53 plus 57 does equal 110. So you did it right. So that's how you apply the triangle sum theorem and the exterior angle theorem.